Hello there friends, this is Peter Antonov, and in this video I want to share with you a story. And I hope that you remember this story when it gets tough in business, when it gets difficult. We've all had these moments in business. Maybe you're going to start an online business, a business in the future. Maybe you currently have one, but there is no doubt that it's going to get difficult at some point. Maybe it has been difficult for you before, maybe it is right now. And I think this story is really going to help put things into perspective, really. Now, first, it's important to say that there's two types of entrepreneur, and I want you to think carefully and tell me which type are you. There's two types of entrepreneurs, and this is based on their focus in business. So who are you? Are you the entrepreneur whose focus is always on the competitors? We call it competitor obsessed. Are you always obsessed about what other people are doing? We call this competitor obsessed. I'm going to write it with green. Or are you the guy, the gal who is customer obsessed? Now, there's no wrong or right way per se necessarily. Now, you could be either one. There's some people who are successful, they're always obsessed about the competitors. And there's some people, as we're going to see, who for them to be customer obsessed is working quite well, all right? So customer obsessed. So who are you? When you wake up in the morning and when you go in the shower, and when you think about business, do you think about, man, like I look at this competitor and they're doing this new strategy, I should also apply this strategy. Now maybe this is the new hot thing, I should do the same thing. Or are you the person getting into the shower thinking, well, my customers, I think they're having this issue right now. You know, we're facing some uncertain times. I'm not sure how they're doing. Maybe I should reach out. Maybe I should help more in my business to my customers. Who are you? Are you obsessed about the competitors or are you obsessed about the customers? Now, let me tell you the story I promised. It's the late 1990s, all right? And I want you to imagine the United States. And I want you to imagine the Northwest. There's a little town called Seattle, not so little in Seattle, and there's a small tiny company. It's an internet tiny company, just several years old, and they're selling books on the internet. And so what happens is at one point, another company, big, huge company selling books in a physical bookstore called Barnes & Noble declares everywhere in magazines, in newspapers, they say, listen, we're going to be building our own online website to sell books. So this other small company, they don't have a chance. We're going to destroy them because we're so big, we're so powerful, and they just have no chance. The moment the big company Barnes & Noble makes the announcement, all the reporters, all the journalists, they start writing articles in newspapers and magazines, and they say, this small startup in Seattle, the small company that is selling books on the internet, they are going to fail. We give them maximum of 3 months before they go out of business completely. There is no chance this small tiny company in Seattle is going to become successful selling books, since Barnes & Noble, the biggest gorilla, is getting into business online. They're going to be selling books. Just forget about it. Game over. And so understandably, the employees in the small company in Seattle, they're very distressed. So they go to work, they're afraid they're going to lose their job. They start looking for new jobs. They think, man, we're going to go out of business. There's no even point working at this company right now since we're going to go out of business. And now the CEO of the small company is also concerned a little bit. So one day he goes to the office in Seattle and there's the whole workforce working on their desk, and the CEO decides to, so he goes to the side of the room and he says, listen everyone, I want to make an announcement. And he starts with his announcement and he says, listen you guys, you know, I understand that you're concerned you're going to lose your job. I understand that we currently sell books on the internet, but the biggest company in our industry is going to create the same store. I understand this. So it's perfectly okay that you guys are worried that you're going to lose your job. But I only want to ask you about one thing. Can I ask you for one simple favor? Is he sure? Yeah, I mean, we're going out of business anyway. Why not ask me for a favor? Okay, great. Now here's what I want you to do. Now there's nothing we can do about Barnes & Noble. There's nothing we can do about the competition. Do you guys agree with this? We have no control over them. We can't tell them, oh no, don't go after our customers. Do you guys agree? And they say, yeah, sure, we agree. We have no control. And he says, okay, great. Now, since we don't have control and there's nothing we can do, can I at least ask you for this one thing? And this is it. Please focus on the customer. Focus on making their life day just a little bit better. Let's say we're in business just for 3 more months. That is fine. Maybe we go bankrupt. It's okay. But let's, for these 3 months, just every day, let's come to work and let's ask this question: how can I make my customer's life better today? How can I do something for my customers today? How can I improve their experience with us today? How can I serve them better today? Can you guys promise me you're going to do this for the next 3 months or whatever time period? Can you promise me this? And everyone says, sure. I mean, that's the smallest thing we can do. Let's do it. And so they start doing this every single day. They become obsessed about the customer. While everyone else on Wall Street, all the newspapers, all the magazines, all the articles, they start writing how this company is going to go out of business. 20 years later, what do you think happened? Well, this small company that everyone was counting out is called Amazon.com. And its CEO, Jeff Bezos, is the richest person in the whole world. Isn't this crazy? Just think about it for a second. Isn't this crazy? How can a company 20 something years ago be counted out from everyone else, pretty much virtually everyone else in the world? All the legit professional people who understand business say there's no chance they succeed. And 20 years later, they become one of the most valuable companies in the whole world, with its founder and CEO, the richest man in the world. How is this freaking possible? And not only that, but today, when Amazon, maybe you know them as the online store where you can buy anything, but Amazon actually has a lot of other products that maybe you don't know about in the technology industry, in some other industries. And what happens today is when Amazon says we're going to enter this new industry, when Amazon says we're going to enter healthcare, immediately healthcare company stocks go down because people think Amazon is going to absolutely destroy the other companies. Now, what do you think is the secret of their success? And Jeff Bezos says, now we don't think about the competition. We're never competitor obsessed. You would think Amazon is so good at destroying the competition because they're constantly thinking how they're going to destroy the competition. Actually, no, they never think about destroying the competition. What they do is what they did 20 something years ago when they were almost bankrupt and when everyone was afraid they're going to lose their job in 3 months, is they go to work every single day and they say, how can I make my customers' lives better today? How can I make my potential customers' lives better today? What can I do to serve them? What can I do different that is really going to help them? Maybe my customers are having some difficulties. How can I help them with that? And I believe this is the question we ought to ask ourselves when we wake up in the morning, when we go to the shower, right? Not think about who is this other guy, who is this other woman, and what new strategy is she doing? Should I do this as well? Maybe I should also do this. Instead of asking yourself, well, how about my customer? What is their challenge today? How can I make their life better today? How can I improve their experience today? Maybe I can create some material, something uplifting to help them through this difficult time. Maybe I can tweak the product a little bit. Maybe I see some problem with the customer experience. Maybe I can add a little smile to my message. Anything helps, really. Because when we do it every single day, from the moment that you're almost bankrupt, you never know what is going to happen, just like with Amazon. So this is my tip for today. I sincerely hope you remember this story when it gets difficult in business. Because when it gets difficult, and when you don't have money for your rent, when you have maybe people calling you on the phone because you owe them money, the collectors, maybe you launch a new product and no one is buying it, maybe one person is buying it and you're thinking, wait a second, why did I work so hard for no one wants to buy this product, nothing is working. When this stuff happens, remember, don't focus on your competition, focus on your customers and just say, what is something small I can do today to make their life better? I sincerely hope that you like this strategy. And if you do, if you like this story, Subscribe to this channel. This channel is about business and specifically about online business and helping you achieve your financial goals. So if you like this, subscribe to our channel, like the video, and most importantly, let me know in the comments what kind of entrepreneur do you want to be. Do you want to be the competitor-obsessed entrepreneur, or you want to be the customer-obsessed entrepreneur? Let me know in the comments what kind of entrepreneur do you want to be in this day and age, and I'm going to see you in the comment section when you let me know. And also when you subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell, because you're not going to receive a notification when we launch these new videos. You can ask me questions in the comments. I'm going to help you out building your own business. I read every single comment, I respond. But more importantly, you're going to change your mindset. I'm going to make sure that your mindset changes from competitor obsessed to a customer obsessed, and know exactly what to do to achieve your financial goals. So subscribe to the channel, like the video, notification bell activate, and let me know in the comments what kind of entrepreneur do you want to be, and I'll see you in the comments below. Bye bye.